getting into this episode of GH, I totally see why BLQ is jealous of Lulu. I can see why. Like, I can see it because she's so used to having all of Tracy's attention since Lulu was in that coma. And now that she's back, Tracy's fawning all over Lulu. It just seems to me like some parts of Tracy don't forgot BLQ was even, she even exists. And BLQ can't stand it. For once, she's not, the rock in Tracy's life right now. But I feel like that's not the case. Tracy has a very special bond with Lulu. And BLQ shouldn't feel pushed aside by that. And it didn't help when Chase admitted that when he first came to town or something, he had a crush on Lulu. That didn't help to hear. Like, that was not helping her situation to hear that her husband had a crush on that girl. But I hope BLQ don't let this little jealousy get the best of her and make her do something stupid. I really hope it don't. Like, I hope she got enough sense not to do nothing dumb. But I agree with Tracy, though. I definitely agree with Tracy. I feel like Lulu should not be looking for Charlotte on her own. I feel like that is too dangerous. You know what I'm saying? To be going all the way to Zurich to look for her by herself with no backup, no nothing. I'm glad she at least got to talk with her over the phone, but I would have at least told Dante or somebody. You got to bring somebody with you because Valentine is not somebody I would trust because you don't know what he's into. You don't know how he might react to something. You don't know what that man might do. You know what I mean? So I think it's best to at least bring one person with her. She don't have to bring a whole squad of people. You know what I'm saying? But going at it alone is some ballsy shit to do. That is nuts. And you know what? I'm not totally mad at her for just up and going. I know some people wondering, well, how the hell she getting money to go? I'm pretty sure, Laura probably going to give her some money or whatever. But, I'm not mad that she going. Even though it's around Christmas time, she should be there for Rocco and stuff. But she knows that Rocco is safe with Dante. And I can't fault her for, wanting to go get her daughter. She hasn't seen her in 4 years. So I can't blame her. She want her daughter home with her and her son. I can't fault her for that. But she do need to think smarter on this one. Don't be, just going off all half-cocked and not thinking. She need to have some type of plan. Because getting Charlotte away from Valentine is not going to be an easy thing to do. Like, you're going to have a plan to do this. It's not going to be as simple. I feel bad for Dante, because I definitely feel like, this is not the Christmas that he planned. And I'm glad that he at least got a support system around him. He got Liz, Laura, Sonny, he got everybody around trying to, offer him a place to go for the holidays and stuff. But I can understand if he just wanted to be with Rocco for the holidays or even if he just kind of wanted to be alone for a moment. I understand that. I totally do. That man grieving, he got to grieve how he grieve, It was kind of funny to watch Laura and Sonny hug and all that. Cause I'm like, oh, she cool with Sonny again? It seemed like, because for the moment, prior to all this, it seemed like Laura was, gung-ho on not being too close to Sonny anymore. So, because I remember Anna was acting like that too. So now it just seemed like they back to being cool again. So I'm like, okay. And of course, I'm not surprised that Sonny donated the money and that's how they ended up getting a bigger tree at Rice Plaza. I don't blame Molly for looking at Christina, when she saw Sonny and Christina together at Rice Plaza. I don't blame Molly for walking away. I don't blame her one bit for walking away and not saying hi, not, engaging with them. I don't fault her because I would have walked away too. Like, it's the holiday season. I'm not about to be fake with somebody, especially somebody who disrespected me. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the way Christina disrespected Molly, that's unforgivable to me. The way she kept throwing that fact that, Irene, oh, you're not Irene's mother. Like, she keep throwing that in her face. Like, I wouldn't have nothing to do with that demon. So I don't even... excuse me. I don't even fault Molly for not wanting anything to do with her. Like, it's the holiday season. Um, I am so loving Jordan and Isaiah. I want to see their relationship advance, and I think when we get these scenes, we're seeing their relationship advance more and more. Um, cause I do love that little gift that he gave her with the towel and stuff like that. And she was like, "Oh, my towel wasn't gonna slip." I said, "Oh, I see you." Isaiah was hoping that towel was gonna slip when they was up in that steam room, and I know she was thinking the same thing. But I also love the other gift that he gave her because TJ was supposed to work a double shift at the hospital, and he ended up at Rice Plaza because Isaiah took over his shift. I love that. I love that. To me, all these things show that he's definitely interested in Jordan, and that was such an amazing gift to give her, to allow her to spend some Christmas time with her son. Like that. Listen, they need to become a couple. They need to make it official. I want to see them go on like a real date. Like I want to see them go on a real candlelit dinner type date. You know what I'm saying? And make it official because I'm feeling them. I really am. I'm feeling them together. Um, I'm surprised that they recasted the Emma character. I'm shocked they recasted Emma. I don't know how I feel about a potential romance between her and Gio because I don't even know how that's gonna work because she live in California, so I don't know what's going on with that. Like, are they planning on having Emma move back to Port Charles and live with Anna for some time? Like, I don't know. Like, what's the deal with that? But it's gonna take some getting used to. You know, with this new little Emma and stuff, it's really gonna take some getting used to. But I think she did a good job. I like her. Um, and that was such an Emma thing to do. Like the way she got that guy's wallet, took all that money out because I can't stand when somebody scam people, especially during the holiday season. Scam them out their money because he paid for one ornament but took 5 ornaments from that lady. And that ain't right. So I love how Emma took the money out the wallet before giving it to the officer so she can get that lady all the money. I love it. That was definitely a Emma Drake thing to do. Like I expect nothing less of her. And you could tell Gio was definitely captivated by her. Um, so I can't wait for him to bump into her again and find out her origins and who she connected to and stuff like that. I know his eyes are gonna bug out when he find out, like, you know, the connection between Emma's family and, you know, Sonny, of course. You know, that's gonna make him all the happier because, you know, he worships the ground Sonny walks on. Um, I love the scenes with Rick and Alexis. I freaking love them. I love how Alexis was trying to be the bigger person and wanted Rick to help her, you know, decorate the house for Molly. Um, the way that they decorated that, that was some funny shit. How he dropped the stuff on her head. No, that shit was funny. She was like, "Oh, you want some coffee?" He said, "Yeah, sure." "Oh, it's in the kitchen." Yo, they are so petty. But I thoroughly enjoyed the back and forth banter between them. And I love how, you know, they just made Molly's Christmas by decorating and, you know, putting some of their pettiness to the side to be there for their daughter. You know, that's a Christmas gift I'm sure Molly, you know, feels is priceless. Something she didn't see coming. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that they were able to come together and do that for their daughter. Because God knows Rick and Alexis, when you talk about toxic, like they whole co-parent situation is so toxic. But it's funny as hell. I love watching them together. Like they are freaking hilarious. Um, you know what? I'm glad Michael realizes because Christina, you know, tried to make a comment about how Molly probably regret what she did or whatever, whatever. I mean, not Molly, but Willow. Um, I'm glad that Michael realizes that Willow doesn't regret what she did. I'm glad he sees it. He know Willow is happy with her choice. So that's why I'm hoping Michael just go nuclear on their ass. I hope he do. You know, he already took Aurora away from Drew, so I'm hoping that he find a way to screw Willow over too. You know, without having to use the kids to do it, of course. But she need to be brought down to earth. She need to be knocked off her little pedestal. I ain't even mad at Sonny and Jason for getting on Carly ass about Jack Brennan. I ain't mad at them for it. You wanna know why? Because one, it's a liability having that man around. He's definitely not to be trusted. I do love him and Carly together, but you can't fully trust that man. Especially with the business that Sonny and Jason are in. Hell no. I'm glad they got eyes on him because nope. And then on top of that, for Carly to sit there and say Jason not the boss of her or whatever, how many years have we seen Carly get jealous over every female Jason and Sonny have been with? Pretty damn near every woman they've been with, she always interfered, had something negative to say, try to interfere every time. So I'm glad that that they're getting in the mix of this. Good for them. I would. It's karma. She should have stayed out their business with their women. So now that she was somebody that they both equally don't like, I hope they interfere every day. Same way she interfered in their business. It suits her. It suits. It suits her. You know what I mean? It will show her like you need to mind your business when it come to our things. When we dealing with women, mind your damn business. And it's obvious that Jack Brennan has done his homework on pretty much everybody Carly's connected to. And I'm glad Jocelyn was wondering how he knew her and Dex were a couple. That man does his homework about the people he deal with. So that tells me he definitely pays very close attention not only to Carly, but everybody around her. You know what I mean? Like, he likes to know information. And I'm pretty sure he wants to know these things to use it later. And it would be funny if Jocelyn went back and asked her mother, did she ever tell Jack about her and Dex? Because we all know Carly never talked to him about Jocelyn and Dex. So I would love to see how he would squirm his way out of that conversation. That would be quite funny. But I'm glad Danny and Jason had their moment and whatnot, 'cause I feel bad for Danny. Wondering where his mom is and stuff like that. And I'm glad Jason let him know, like, listen, your mom always going to be with you. She always going to be right by your side. Even if she's not physically here, she's there. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I totally agree. So I'm glad they had that bonding moment. What else? I love the Ned and Jason scenes too. I always felt like Ned was somewhat supportive of Jason, but he always had that, shade to throw at him. But I am glad that they had their moment in the kitchen and stuff like that. And he, basically told Jason, I could see, what Edward saw in you and stuff like that. I'm glad that they had those moments. And for Ned to even acknowledge that Jason being back is helping with Monica's recovery. See, that's a scene I would have loved to see, is Monica talking with Jason about him coming back to the mansion. I think that would have been huge. Cause I know that's something Monica's been craving for years, is to have Jason back in the house again. You know what I mean? I know that's something she's been yearning for. So it would have been great to been able to see those scenes between the two. Lois, I definitely feel like she knows something. Because when Ned was talking about, his future first grandchild, the way she was about to choke on her drink and the facial expressions Lois was making, I said, oh. So that tells me all I need to know. So BOQ does have a child out there and Lois knows about it. And they've been keeping quiet about it all this time. I could understand like why Lois at the end of the day don't want them, as far as like Chase and BOQ having a baby. Why she don't want them putting pressure on them or whatever. But I just feel like at the end of the day, they need to take the pressure off themselves. Cause I feel like BOQ is putting a lot of pressure on herself to get pregnant. And she needs to just go about every day as normal as possible and stop worrying about getting pregnant. Cause I feel like once you stop worrying about it, it's gonna happen. It's like you stressing yourself out basically. I am glad that, Gio got to play his violin today, because I feel like today was the appropriate time to play the violin, because you had Ned playing his guitar and singing a Christmas song and stuff like that. So I felt like today was the appropriate time for him to pull out his violin. You just don't have to have him pull that damn thing out every episode though. But today was appropriate. I will give him that credit. He played it at an appropriate time. Moving on from that, I am glad that Cody got to, go to the Scorpios and have his moment with them and stuff like that. Get, bond more with Mac and James. 'Cause I know James was elated to have him there, especially Mac. To hang out with his son, get to spend time with his son. Get to know him better. And I am glad that, Sasha now admits that, she wishes Robert would just come home and stuff. 'Cause I know for a minute she was actually happy that he left to give her that space. But now, she's ready for him to come home so they could get to know each other. Because his old behind need to get back here instead of chasing Holly around with her mischief. You know what I'm saying? He need to get back here and get to know his daughter. And I'm glad that she wants to get to know him. But she need to figure out this whole pregnancy thing first. Like, she need to go on ahead and tell Michael about this pregnancy and stop the foolishness. But yeah, I totally enjoyed this Christmas episode. I thought it was pretty cute. It was cool. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you all thought about this episode. And I will see you all later. Have a great night. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. See you all later. Peace.